Excel files are known as workbooks for a very good reason, I think. I like to think of a workbook as like a 3-ring loose leaf binder because when you think of a loose leaf binder, you have all these sheets and you can rearrange the order of the sheets. You can add sheets, remove sheets, rename them, copy them. Well, you could do all that here in Excel. Down here on bottom is where we have our sheets, and by default, Excel gives you 3 sheets in a new workbook. But you're not limited to that. You can have as many sheets as you want. It's limited only by memory, and there's no way you're ever going to run out of memory for worksheets. You have to have at least one sheet in the workbook, which kind of makes sense. So in this movie, I want to show you a little bit about managing those worksheets. Right now, we have this sheet 1. And if you look at sheet 2 and sheet 3, they're empty. We haven't put anything in there yet. Well, let's say we want to change this to different regions. Maybe this is going to be for the North region. So instead of calling this sheet 1, double click where it says sheet 1 and let's just call this North. And when you're finished typing, just press enter. Well, maybe we want to give this a color in addition to a name. Right click the North worksheet, choose tab color, and here you have all the colors. And I'll just choose this green olivey color. Now you can't really see it very well, but if you click on one of the other tabs, now you can see it. Well, let's click back here. Well, what if you want to rearrange where that North sheet is? Simply put your mouse pointer on it. Now make sure the mouse pointer is on the word North, and make sure your mouse pointer is this arrow, not that big plus sign. Now click down with the mouse. And notice that your mouse pointer has like a little sheet of paper on it, and to the left of that North tab is that little upside down triangle. Now let's drag over here. So this upside down triangle is between sheet 2 and sheet 3, let go, and now you've dragged it. Now let's try again. Take that North tab and drag it to the end after sheet 3. Now let's take it again. Make sure the mouse pointer is that arrow, not the plus sign. Click and drag. Really, you want to pay attention to that upside down triangle and let go. Well, what if we want to copy that North worksheet? It's almost the same thing, but you use the Control key. Put your mouse pointer on that North sheet. Press down on the mouse. Hold the Control key down, and when you're holding down the Control key on the keyboard, you notice there's a little plus sign attached to the mouse pointer. Now, when you drag it, and you see I just have this upside down triangle right between the North and sheet 2, always let go of the mouse first before letting go of the keyboard. And now we've duplicated it, and it calls up North 2 because you can't have 2 sheets of the same exact name in the same workbook. So double click that and let's call that South and press enter. And because we've duplicated it, we now have 4 sheets in the workbook. Now if you don't like that control drag, there is another way to do it. Let's go back to the North tab. Right click. From the pop-up menu, choose Move or Copy. And now over here you can choose Create a Copy, and you could choose which sheet you're going to put it before. I'll just cancel that. Now you might want to create a new blank worksheet, and you can simply click this little button over here and that inserts a new worksheet. You could also press Shift F11 and that also inserts a new worksheet, whichever way you like. So let's say I want to delete this worksheet, and you see this worksheet doesn't have anything on it. I'll put my mouse pointer on the tab again, get that arrow, right click, and choose Delete, and it's gone. But when I click the South worksheet, there is stuff on here. When I right-click and choose Delete, it gives me a warning. Hey, there might be stuff in there. Do you want to delete it or not? So I'm going to click Cancel because I want to keep this sheet. Let's say you have a worksheet and you want to create a brand new workbook out of it. I'll stay on the South sheet here. Right-click, go back into Move or Copy. Choose Create Copy, but this time instead of moving it within this workbook, click that drop-down, choose New Book. Make sure you're creating a copy. Click OK. And now you see you have a new workbook here. And it has that one worksheet on it. Well, where did the other sheet go? Well, there's a few ways that we can switch from one sheet to another. Simply go to the View tab, and over here, switch windows. And we can switch from one to the other. Or something that'll work in all programs as well as Excel, press Ctrl F6. Well, let's say we want to group these blank worksheets. So let's select these 3 worksheets. Click this first blank worksheet, hold down the Control key. Click this one, hold down the Control key. Click this one. Now, you have all 3 selected. And if you take a look at the title bar up here, it says Group, and that's how you know there's more than one worksheet selected. Now, what happens if we click a worksheet tab that is not part of this group? I'll click the South worksheet. you notice that these sheets are no longer selected. And if you look up here at the title bar, it doesn't say group. So there are no more multiple worksheets selected. Well, what's the whole point of selecting multiple worksheets? Well, the point is that when you have multiple worksheets selected, you can work on them as though they're one. It's kind of like slipping carbon paper in between those sheets. Here's one use for that. Click the North sheet and Control-click the South sheet. And over here where it says Sales, click that and let's change that. Let's say this is Sales to Supermarkets and press Enter. Now, when you click the South sheet, it also says Sales to Supermarkets. But the other sheets, they don't show that because they were not part of the group. They were not selected when we typed that Sales to Supermarkets. Here's another way of selecting multiple worksheets. If I want to select these 3 blank worksheets rather than control-clicking each one, you could click the first one and then shift-click the last one. So that's the first one through the last one. And again, we see there's the group selected. Now let's deselect them again. Click either the North or South sheet. Let's say you wanted to select all of the worksheets in this workbook all at once. All you have to do is, again, put your mouse pointer on any of the tabs, click the right mouse button, and from the pop-up menu choose Select All Sheets. Now, all of them are selected. You might be wondering, okay, if they're all selected, how can I deselect them because there's no sheet here that's not part of the group? And the answer is click any other sheet. And that group you can see up here is automatically removed. So let's use this technique to delete these 3 blank worksheets. Click the first blank worksheet, hold the Shift key and shift-click that third worksheet. Right-click and choose Delete. And they're gone. It doesn't give us any warning because there is no data on there. If we want to delete the South worksheet where we do have data, right-click, choose Delete, and it gives us this warning that, hey, there might be data in here. Are you sure you want to delete it? Let's choose Cancel because we might want to use this to put in data for the South region. Well, other than typing in text on multiple sheets, you might wonder, well, this is all very interesting, but what's a practical use for this? Well, we're going to cover that in the movie about calculating across worksheets.